conversation and shit like that. Yeah, if you want to put your headphones on and all that jazz.
Okay.
But oh damn, my head. Can you hear yourself?
Yo. Oh yeah, I hear myself.
You can hear.
That's
Okay.
Kind of lit. Oh shit.
Okay, it's
I
me.
feel like I'm about to just start freestyling or something.
Yo, do it. Yo, if you want freestyle, I can. Yo, this thing connects to Bluetooth. I can connect some fucking beats if you want. We can spit some bars right now.
No, I don't. I was just. It just
Give me 1 sec. Maybe because my volume is so.
got caught in the train of thought.
Yeah, it's like we haven't even smoked yet.
No, I don't even smoke though. I just stopped smoking for real.
Oh really?
Like I'm sober. Like I don't even drink. I don't smoke.
Damn, good kudos to you, man.
A year and a half type shit.
Well,
I just stopped smoking recently, but I've been a year and a half.
I was gonna say I don't have to
drinking.
smoke.
Oh,
I
no, you
don't
can
have.
smoke,
You
bro.
sure? I don't
Hell
want.
yeah, you good.
Okay, no, I don't want to disrespect. That's why.
No, you good. You good.
It's, let me ask you, like, what made you want to?
I think like just like personal like situations in my life that just kind of like turned me away from it. Like I don't know.
Like
I don't look at it differently. Like when people do it, like I'm fine with you doing it or whatever. Like it's just like I don't know.
In the inside, you're glaring at me. This fucking guy. Yeah, you're like, look at this
cool
fucking loser.
I could hear like how we're already gonna sound on the podcast. That shit's like, you know how you can see like something in the future. It's like weird.
Oh, like if like
hell
foresight
yeah.
or some shit.
Hell yeah, that
Like
shit's cool as hell.
you ever play Pokemon?
Yeah,
use that.
I like Pokemon.
Yeah, he's like use foresight. He's like, yeah.
But no, I don't have anything against weed or nothing or anybody that smokes or anything like that. It was time for me to like let it go and open a new door in life for real.
Why was it like? Because honestly, me like, not gonna lie, there was a year like after high school and like dabs were concentrates were like a big thing. Well, this is in Massachusetts. I know you said you lived in Florida before, right? And all that stuff. But yeah, well, it was like in Massachusetts, dabs becoming a thing, all that. And dude, like, not gonna lie, man, it was a whole fucking year of me being fucking retarded. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was just dab every day, and
that's where I got to a little bit. Like I just felt like I was lost in the sauce, bro. Like, and I did other drugs and stuff like that. So it was just like my mind. Now that I'm sober, I could think clearly. Like I can think clearly enough to be like, tell you like, okay, go ahead, you enjoy that, because you know what I mean. Like you're in a different like plethora or like time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on their own wavelength. You know what I mean? You might be somewhere else in your mind, but I'm somewhere else in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I just had to like let it go and transcend into something new.
And what was it that I know you said like? What was it in your life that like? Was there like a moment that happened in your life? All right, like I have to.
Yeah, like it's like
if you don't mind sharing. Yeah,
like too many moments where I just exactly what you said. Like there's so many moments where I just be like, yo, what am I doing? Like I'll be like high and be like, bro, I don't even feel right, like, to be high, like, or feel right to be intoxicated, or I just find myself like, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, it's just, you start to spectate your mind more of what it's doing.
Yeah, I just start analyzing myself as a person and stuff like that. Just, and others, like, like, I don't know, I just feel like it really wasn't meant for me, and I just kept, like, forcing it, because I'm, like, always was around it or around the people that was like smoking, so I just felt like I had to do it, and then it just became a habit.
That's so crazy, because that's something that again I've been, because I'm not gonna lie, that's a struggle in my boat right now, is cutting my consumption of cannabis, because like right now I'm doing it where it's like a comp, like an achievement thing, like I have to do something to then do it, but then going back to what you're saying about like your mind and like seeing like after you smoke, you're like why did I even do this in the first place? I don't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you just have these battles with yourself, and that's why I've been having more and more. I'm like, what? Who am I really?
Yeah.
Like who am I?
That's where I've been at, like just trying to figure out like who I am really. You know what I mean? And like I feel like when I was under the influence, I couldn't like think of who I wanted to really be or what I should be doing. Like,
what were the questions you were asking yourself? Like, what were the self-reflection? Like,
I just be getting myself into like crazy ass situations, or like not even having the basic necessities for myself in life, and just thinking that was okay, like, you know what I mean? And then seeing my friends like doing burnt out shit, and I'm like realizing like, bro, you're so burnt out. Why am I even here? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like,
you like see him literally. Yo, you remember that commercial with the that girl that's so deflated like a balloon? She's like,
yeah, like exactly, bro. Like you just be in the room and you feel like you dead ass is there, bro. Like yes, I was there. I was right there, and my bro was the deflated person. I'm deflated too. Like we were all deflated and just.
But you were slightly inflated though, because you were thinking you're like,
yeah, I'm slightly a little bit there. Yeah,
and on the like. Actually, this is something I've been questioning like myself and Gerald, because I feel like in the cannabis community, there's such like, you can't be addicted to cannabis, blah blah blah. Like, I feel like personally, in my opinion, there can be a psychological addiction.
Oh yeah.
But of course, everything our mind's fucking powerful. So if like, my grandfather, my vavoo, like I remember one day I asked him because he used to smoke cigarettes. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, you used to smoke cigarettes? He's like, yeah, just quit one day and just stopped. He's like, all in the mind. I'm like, oh,
that's how it was for me, bro. It was just like one day it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just stop today. Like,
how much of a difference did you see like when it came to you processing ideas and thoughts and the whole thing? Maybe even like your music and stuff. Like you notice like the difference in like the way you create music and stuff like that. Like, just like dig into that.
Yeah, like I've definitely see a difference, bro. Like it's just a big difference. Like before, I just wanted to like smash out tracks and whatever was coming out is flowing. Like, but now I'm letting. I don't know. I'm a little spiritual. I believe in God. I don't know if you.
No, God bless, man.
Any listeners believe in, but I'm a spiritual person. Like I'm letting God do His work through me. You know what I mean? I'm letting Him like use me as a vessel. You know what I mean? Like I want to have a good message with what I do. Like I can't just be doing anything or saying anything because the tongue is powerful. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to give a good message to anyone listening or anyone that will witness or listen to my music. And I'm just, I'm on the journey. Like right now, I'm chasing my journey.
That's all. And is this something like with you having a better relationship with God? Like, is that something recent after you quit cannabis and all the other substances, or is it something that you've already had? You already had a spiritual connection growing up as a child.
Yeah, I've always had like the spiritual connection with God and stuff like that. But I've always like put it in the back of my head because like drugs, you know what I'm saying? When I'm on drugs, bro, I'm not the same person, like to be honest. But I don't know.
No, you're right, dude.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not the same person.
I think the majority of people can say that too. You know what I mean? I'll be the one to say it for me anyway. You can definitely tell. Your mindset changes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you lose focus on. Like I only like if I'm smoking, I smoke sativas, so at least like I have like that mind. Like kind of keeps me like focused on podcasting, editing, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But going back to it's like why do I need this though? I shouldn't need this. I should have the power to control my own self, right? That in the end, that's
exactly. And I was using it as like a hitch, kind of like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna get in the studio. Like I couldn't do anything without smoking or drinking or like everything had to like, oh, before I get in the car, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna drink. Like, oh, before I gotta do this, I gotta smoke, I gotta like, and it just became too much. And then like you said, seeing like my friend deflated and me deflated. I love the reference. I like that reference, bro. That shit was real. Like, you know what I'm saying? People gotta like sometimes step back and analyze themselves and read the room. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I want people around me to tell me when shit is fucked up or when I'm not doing good. Like, bro, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? We need more people to tell our friends and each other, like, bro, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts, man.
Like, I see you that you probably not abusing the shit like that. Like, you have a good personality. You got this podcast shit. Like, when I first pulled up, I see that you're in the right mind. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good. But I was not in the right mind. And people would let me, you know what I'm saying, continuously go on with it. Like, I need some people around me to be like, bro, you got to do better. But I had to do it for myself. Like, I got to do better.
Facts.
Only you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Only you got to be you. Only you got to have that shit within you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, audience. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, spitting fucking facts. You made such a great point there, man, is the people around you. Because if you're going to keep hanging out with people that are going to smoke cannabis or cigarettes, whatever it is, drinking, you're going to want to do.
You know what I mean? That's all.
And to have those real friends that are going to hold you accountable for your actions, it's hard, man. I would say hard. It's hard to find those individuals that will put your feet to the fire, if that makes sense. Yeah. and that's something I'm learning myself. You know, it's people even. It was a good conversation. Shout out to Hefe Beats, episode. Fuck. Damn, it's the weed.
You got a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
though. I don't think it's the weed. You got a lot of episodes. You be putting in work.
I think it's like. Nah, I appreciate it, man. I think it was like 86. I think. Y'all can look at it. But yeah, he was talking about just the, sometimes your A1s aren't really your A1s.
Facts.
You know, I don't know if that's an experience you realize, going through your reflection of finding those people accountable. Like, did you have to cut off a lot of people that you thought were really like your A1s or like?
Yeah, like I feel like that too. Like not just cutting off, but just taking a step back. You know,
he's just trying to see the bigger picture and like let them do their thing, kind of see what actions they'll take. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because especially like for content creators like us, or just creators in general, it's you want to have people that are going to motivate you to want to do that stuff. And sometimes there's people who want to get into that, but they don't, keep the discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the consistency, which, it's, shit. There's like weeks I've taken off where I'm like, all right, I'm just going to take a week off just to fucking, have like a mental clarity, or 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Just because right now too, I'm taking advantage of the sense of like, because I haven't done an interview. Well, I did a couple of podcasts before you, but not like interview, like, or just like sit down like this, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like getting the back of the routine, but it's, keeping that consistency and routine. It is hard. It's not easy, but if you have that discipline to do it, if you really believe in yourself and the dream, it's definitely worth it in the long run. And I wanted to ask you too, actually, going like, what got you into music in the first place? Did you have like, are you the first one in your family who really like dove into music? Did you have like people you looked up to in your family, or was it like outside? Like, tell me more about that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like the first to like really do anything like this. I kind of like am looked at as like a crazy person in my family because I'm like chasing my dream and following my dream. But keep following your dream. Anybody that has something that you love to do, just follow your dream. And like all those people that tell you like anything is possible and the sky's the limit, bro, they're literally telling you that for a reason. Like we have a phone, and like this phone is like made like for you to like actually do things that matter, but you gotta use it for what it's used for. But like, you know what I'm saying, it's not just made for using calls and stuff like that, and other things within you gotta find it within you. Everybody doesn't have to chase a dream, or you can work a regular job and still be successful. But I'm definitely looked at as like crazy person to my family because I'm chasing my
just because you're doing a different path.
Yeah, just because I'm doing different stuff.
What'd they say? Like, was it like, okay, cool. Like it was like, yeah. Like, well, how was their reactions when you
to the side and like try to like throw shade at me, and it's like, oh, you should do this, or like back then, like I wouldn't even like get any jobs or anything. I just like solely do that and just live off that. They'd be like, oh, you're crazy. Like you got to do something else. Like, and like one time I just went to LA off the strength of like, yeah, just follow my dreams, and I kind of wasn't in the right mind at that time. I'm gonna be honest, but it just goes to show, like, back when I was talking about, like, having those people around you to, like, uplift you and tell you, like, hey, when you're in the wrong or you got to do better. You know what I mean? It's just, you got to have those right people around you. If you're going to chase a dream, just know what you're chasing. You know what I mean? I was chasing something I wasn't sure of. Now I know what I want out of it. You know what I mean? I'm ready. Like,
and what was that trip to LA? Like, was that, like, kind of like the first essential step to you in your music career? Like, what was the reason why you went out there?
Yeah, it was like the first step for me. Like right there, me and my bro Lil Raven, we went out there just off the strength of just chasing a dream. Like we went out there with a book bag, a laptop, and just whatever. And we was kind of like riding Lil Tracy's wave, because Lil Tracy was like,
I'm not familiar, not gonna lie. No, I'm not familiar, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Lil Tracy's big in Virginia or whatever.
Damn, like, I'm sleeping. God damn, I'm sleeping.
SWV, Coco, Coco from SWV?
Coco. Damn, that sounds mad familiar, but I'm not gonna lie.
That's her son.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
Okay.
Coco. And he got songs with like Lil Peep and stuff like that. But
oh, damn.
Yeah, like we were kind of just under his wing. Like he just put us under his wing, and we just making music with him. Like, How
was that journey?
Cool. It was cool. It was cool as hell. Like that's that was the time where it was like music was just so pure and like it was like it actually meant something. But I feel like now people are like, people used to look at us like we was crazy. Like we would be painting our nails and getting tattoos, like all these crazy tattoos I got around that time, and dressing like how people you see at the mall dress. Like it's a regular thing now. But before we was doing that, like before all of it was like cool, and they would be like, bro, these people are crazy. Like he makes music, he's fucking stupid. Like it looks stupid. Like just like how people look at like people that like anime and stuff like that, or like, but now it's the normal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
now everybody watches fucking Naruto.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I watched that shit before y'all even fucking knew, bitch.
Exactly.
Like, I was watching that shit was on Cartoon Network.
Exactly.
All right, y'all watch fucking Crunchyroll,
right,
bitches.
And it's like, damn.
Wait, what's
bro,
your favorite
like,
anime actually?
Shit, I think my favorite anime is like,
that's a hard one actually. I would say top
it sounds
3.
cliche, but like Naruto.
No, that's
One Piece. I like One Piece.
Oh, dude, I give you props, man. I can't. One Piece it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's
It
just
goes in so deep.
Yeah,
it's just like you gotta like
dude.
really be like, yeah, it goes deep.
the last episode I watched. It was like Shark Dude with like a fucking Hawaiian button up. He had like the long. It was like he had like a long ass nose. He looked like a saw shark or whatever the fuck they call him. I don't know. That was see. It's like I remember it was like the original episodes, like the first like, and then I seen how like I was like, oh, I'm gonna hop back into it, watch like a night of Toonami, and realize how far off I was. Like, yeah, I'm done.
Oh, see, people don't even know about Toonami. Like that's like, you know what I mean? That goes back.
No, yo, that's I love too, dude. And then you wake up you fall asleep mid like with the TV on. You wake up to like fucking George Lopez. You're like, wait, what? Like how this shit happen? Like I thought it was on fucking Cartoon Network.
The regular programming is starting.
Yeah, yo, dude. It's so crazy. You know, talk about actually like our childhood, like in growing up and how much like I don't know, because like society nowadays, it's weird. It's like this victim mentality nowadays it's getting promoted and stuff like that, and like and just like actually I wanted to ask you too, like do you, like when it comes to and I like that like your music, you said you want to make a different impact, because nowadays you just see rappers like talking about
the
like
same, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just,
I feel like nobody's ever like made a hit song in so long. I can't even remember like as far as the mainstream goes, like a hit song that like stuck with me that I actually remember that I want to play in the car or like, you know, ride out to. I'm out to.
Yeah, go back to the old 90s song. Go back a little bit.
Fact.
Yeah, it just sucks to do, because then you know how it creates culture as well. Like how you have relationships where it's so hard for men or women to establish relationships now, because it's just like it's such, everyone's like fuck bitches or fuck men, I could be independent, all this shit, and it's like damn, like
they just want to do OnlyFans and feel like they're just so powerful because they got like
show my titties on the internet,
this and that, like but powerful as a woman is like you don't have to show that, you don't have to like expose that, and like I feel like that's powerful as a woman if you can just be beautiful and not do all that and still like get your bag, get your money, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's sexy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You gotta be on OnlyFans or shaking ass.
Facts, dude. Know what's so crazy? Actually, they say, dude, it blew my mind. I don't remember the specific numbers, but it was women in the U.S. more are going towards sex work, quote OnlyFans, than like teaching and being teachers, and it's like wow, and it just shows how much like the impact of the culture really has on people. It's like damn, like now, shit. Now you're gonna have kids in like middle school getting bullied, like, yo, I saw your mom's tits last night. Dude, she fucking no. It's just like fuck. I would never want that for my kid. It's like, I saw your mom's pussy. Whoa, hold up, yo, Kyle. I'm gonna beat your ass. Some stupid shit. It's just I'm on the same boat. I think the majority of men, we want a respectful woman that isn't gonna like flaunt her body and just like all and that thing going back to like you have Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, like wet ass pussy. Like, bah, bah, bah. Let me shake that. Yeah. WAP.
Yeah. Like.
And like, what would you say? Like, why are they promoting that?
Like, I don't know. I feel like that's what sells. Like they always say sex sells.
Yeah.
I think it's true though. Like it does though.
It is the oldest profession in the world.
Yeah. Like I don't know. It's just easily to be marketed. Like men want to see that, and women think it's cool now to like be like that. I don't know.
And it's and well, yeah, you think about it too. You know, fucking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, shit. If I was a girl, I was fucking show my fucking feet and toes and ass for fucking 10,000, 10 plus
and they
bands
think
a month.
easy. They think it's like easy, like just like how people as men they think, oh, the easy way out is to be a trapper or a rapper, and now that's the normal for women. Is like, oh, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans, or I'm gonna sell feet pics or booty pics, or I'm gonna charge somebody to go on a date with me or some weird ass shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be a sugar mama or like sugar baby. Like,
yo, you ain't wrong
I
though.
don't know, man.
It's again, it's just what's promoted. It's just sad that I don't. I think people are starting to slowly wake up to, you know, like, all right, like what do I truly want in a woman or relationship? Because I mean that sucks too. Because like, you know, in the long, you can't be doing OnlyFans forever, man. Yeah. You know, like those tits are gonna sag one day. They're gonna be chesticles.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, hold up.
It's the same thing though with the rap and making music though. Like we can't do this shit forever. Like you can, but like you got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't be rapping about drugs and killing people forever. You know what I mean? And then people got kids and stuff be happening in life. You can't do that forever. You know what I'm saying?
What are your favorite artists by any chance? Because I was like, because now you say that, it is hard to maintain your relevance or no, damn, what's that word? Damn.
Yeah, to be like relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, more relevant. Yeah. Damn, tongue twister right there.
I was going with you. I was like, hold on.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's right. Wait, you're like thinking, yeah, because like look at Ice Cube. You know, so and it's crazy. I don't know if you listened to his podcast with because he's been doing like a podcast tour with like different people, but he was on Rogan and he was like, oh, how do you keep your relevance? And he's like, I think it was like when he went into movies and stuff, like you know, are we there yet? And like hitting our generation. How old are you by any chance?
I'm 27.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Me too. 27. Yeah, it's just like
27 too.
Yeah. Literally just turned 27. Really?
Too.
Yo, when's your birthday?
July 27th.
Ah, damn. I'm June. I'm a June baby.
Oh, you okay?
But that's lit though. It's still lit. 96. We the shit.
Yeah.
Like it.
We're like just in the midst of being like millennial, like the Gen Z or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gave up on that shit. I'm like, did people say I'm a millennial? Some people say I don't. I'm like, well, fuck y'all. I'm just me. Like at this point, I'm and that I think that's the beautiful part too, though, of our generation is seeing how much things like we were able to still have like the old traditional ways of just like, you know, fun of like, you know, outdoors, kind of like, you know, hanging out with friends on like meeting up in parks and like fun and stuff like that, and then seeing the growth of technology as well. Exactly. And having that equal balance, I feel. And, but going back to Ice Cube, his relevance, and you know, that's hard, you know, for rap, like you said, you know, for rappers and stuff like that nowadays. It's especially with again,
because it's
back
so
to the
quick.
Yeah.
Everything is so quick, like it's at your fingertips. You know what I mean? It's everybody's looking for that next thing.
But how's that? And I was gonna say for you, like, what challenges, like, what is it that you're thinking of doing, like, for your, like, in the future of your music and stuff like that, like, to keep yourself relevant? Like, is there a big challenge, like, in that? Like, you sit down, like, damn, like, what can I? Are you trying to?
I feel like that is like a challenge for like all artists. I feel like it's just the content, to make the content around the music, because not everybody wants to watch like a music video or like, you know what I mean? People want to see this type of stuff for real. Like, they want to see who is making the music. I mean, they want to see the music videos and stuff like that, but they want to see also, like, you having fun and you turning up and living life, you know? They don't just want to see music videos. And then the music videos got to have content or, like, substance. You can't just be, like, pointing guns and bitches shaking ass forever. Like, you know? So it's tough. I feel like that's the toughest thing about being an artist is staying relevant and trying to be relevant. But when you stop thinking about like trying to be relevant, I feel like that's when you make the best music. Is just stop trying to be relevant and just make what you like. Just create what you like.
Facts. Because I think too, you know, especially trying to be relevant, a lot of people nowadays, especially people who just want to be Instagram famous, TikTok, wherever it is, wherever it may be famous, it's just they follow the trends. And, you know, people, you may be popular for that one, you know, day or week, but, you know, it's like you said, there's always something new coming. There's going to be another 1 minute fame person that's going to take over. And, you know, that's what a lot of people like. And that's the great thing about individuals like ourselves, that, you know, when we love something, we keep the consistency, no matter if we're not, you know, making money or anything like that. It's because and I think it's better for us because, say, for example, you know, someone falls into your music, they hear that song, they're like, oh shit, that's a good song. Does he have anything else? Oh shit, he's got albums on. Oh shit, okay, and then they can deep dive and. You know, instead of those people who just get that 1 minute fame and, you know, one video, and then they don't know what to do with it after to keep the consistency, you know, because that's the only time they, you know, they're new to it. They're new to content creating. And like you said, you know, it's a challenge in general to be relevant and to come up with unique ideas as well. You know, it's not
tough.
easy.
I feel like that's the hardest thing, like, to be an artist. I feel like personally, or like what I see from like a far view is like people just trying to keep up with each other. But it's not a rat race. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We all in this together, but we got our own minds. We got to think for ourselves. We got to start thinking for ourselves and doing stuff that we actually love and stuff that we actually like. You know what I mean? And just flow. Let it flow.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to ask too, is like, is there any other like artistic style of work that you do? Like, do you paint or anything like that, or maybe like some like, have you ever done acting? I feel like a lot of like musicians get into like acting and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I feel like
I don't know if that's something you ever thought about.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like being an artist or like a rapper or whatever, like singer or whatever like that, the only outlet people ever venture into is like the basic shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna be an actor. I want to play in a movie now that I'm like making music. Like, I don't know, for real. Like, I'm on a journey where like I'm gonna let the music take me where it takes me, you know.
And where's the music taking you so far? Like, when it comes to your journey, I know you said so. I know you're saying you started. I don't know. I don't know if we said it during the episode. I know before the episode you were saying how you started your music career like 17. Well, not start, but like at least like your passion for it at 17. Yeah. But like, you know, from looking back at that and now, like how much has changed when it comes to the way you style when you think of your lyrics. Like tell me about the process of making a song, for example. Yeah, tell me like a process of you just making a song. Like, how does that go?
Yeah, like I think before I would just freestyle and just be like whatever comes to me, but now I'm just trying to figure out like being more marketable and having a story behind it. You know, creating something that matters is most important to me right now. I want to create something that matters, and when I look back at it, that I'm like, okay, yeah, I see what I was doing. Like, some of the music I look back on, I'm like, man, what was I doing? Like, yeah. And I could tell that I'm super drugged out. I'm super like on something. Like, I'm like, nah, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, I recently dropped a video a month ago, Skyfall, and I'm basically kind of showing people where my headspace is at, and like, okay, like the sky is falling, like kind of like some Chicken Little type shit, cliche metaphor.
That was a cool video too. I did watch it yesterday. That was a great one. So who's your cinematographer by any chance?
That was Alpertor. Shout out to Alpertor.
Alpertor.
He's in the Philippines right now.
Oh wow!
So like, yeah, shout
he's
out
doing
to him.
he's music videos out there, or is it just family kind of thing?
Yeah, he's doing music videos out there, and he's like doing all kinds of different. He doesn't just do music videos. Like, he shoots for different stuff, like brands and like skate. I done seen him do like skateboarders, like singers, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
So your goal right now, basically in your music career, is to make yourself, you know, more appeasing for people to know more of you, to know more about you as an individual.
Yes, right. And do it in the right way, in the proper way, where I feel like, you know, it's me, like nobody else. I'm portraying me, myself through the screen. Like I'm basically just right behind the screen. It's nothing like a script, no nothing. I'm just flowing. Like I said from the beginning, I'm letting God do his work through me. Like, I'm just letting it flow. Like, you know, this 2024, I feel like I'm gonna break the door down, the fourth wall, and I'm gonna just let it flow. Like, I'm gonna show people who I really am. I'm gonna stop hiding through all these like things and Chiko Miori. That's really, I had to change my name. I used to go by Pink Cocaine.
That's how you know he was on the thing. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
yeah. Hey, but that's like, but isn't that amazing though? Looking, like you said, looking back and seeing how much you've grown as an individual, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome to hear.
But a lot of people still know me as Pink Cocaine.
Oh, really?
They wondering where Pink Cocaine is at. I'm right here. Okay. I'm Chiko Miori. My mother called me Chico, so like, I just kind of like flew with the name because like she still calls me that to this day, but she be trying to call me by my real name, but I'm not gonna tell you my real name.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna get that deep.
But eventually, hopefully one day I'll throw the sauce out there and, you know, be on some Kanye type shit.
Oh,
Just put my real
shit.
name
All
or
right.
something like.
And I want to go back to like you're saying, like just having people just know who you are. I think that's because, you know, especially these past, you know, 3 years, man, it's
tough.
Yeah,
COVID
it's just
it's
just bullshit. You know, we've been lied to on multiple occasions, you know, when it comes to, you know, just politics, you know, people losing jobs, family, you know, there's a lot of things that we just been lied to, and we've gone through a lot of pain.
Yeah.
You know, and I can imagine everyone has, you know, has lost something, you know, in these past 3 years. Like I said, whether it be family, friends, you know, job, loss of self, you know, because a lot of people had the time to sit down and really reflect on themselves. Like, damn, you know, like you said, for you know yourself.
I felt that what you just said. I felt
Really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So how was that journey? Like, you know what I mean? Tell me your journey. Like this past 3 years. Like, what were the benefits and the negatives of COVID that affected you? Like the whole lockdowns, like the whole thing, like in your personal journey of growth in music and stuff like that. Like,
I mean, you got to see who was real, and you could like weed out like even like family, friends. Like you could weed out like who was really real and the truth behind what they was doing, how they move, kind of how they treat you a certain way. But, you know, also just learning about yourself as a person, because we was like always in the house, stuff like that. And when we coming out, we got to have like mask on and kind of just hiding and scared and not knowing what's going on, you know, not knowing what's next was like scary. I feel like it was,
exactly.
Not knowing what was next was scary, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you don't know what you know what I mean? Because this is, as far as I know, in our history, in our time, or just in history, human history, you know, we had like the world locked down, bro. Like, what?
Like,
what?
It's kind of scary.
Yes, and so yeah, the uncertainty of things, and going back to what you're saying, like you just being here today and showing your genuine self, like people want that, man.
I feel like that's what is missing in my art, and I feel like when you reached out, I was like, okay, yeah, I need to like do some more stuff like this. So I'm trying to work on that. Like I'm really trying to work on that. Like I have like self-confidence a little bit issues. Like I need to show people who I really am. You know what I mean? I got all this music and everything, but I'd be scared to drop it, or I don't know what to really like drop, because like I said, it got to sit right with me, because like I've done a lot of changing and I don't want to just do anything. It got to matter. Like this shit got to matter, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, you want to actually build something of substance and of value, like you said, of value. And you know, and I want to give you kudos, man, to having the confidence to say that you're going through, you know, because that's the same with me, man, with the self-confidence thing, you know, I'm still learning every day how to love myself in that sense, and realizing like, and you know, I mean, kudos to you, man. I want to give you your flowers. You know, you're an artist, man. You're putting yourself out there. You're taking the risk of taking criticism from everybody, even though it's people who either have never taken the action for themselves to do their dreams. So it's like, yeah, dude, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, just.
And flowers to you, because like when I pulled up, bro, like your energy is like super cool and amazing. Like
I appreciate
that shit is like inspiring to a person like me that be going through a lot of shit, and like I'm going through like hella shit right now, but I know this shit just temporary. Like, you know, God sets you in a place for a reason. You know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta just listen.
And that's why I like doing this too, because like podcasting and getting to know people more at a deeper level, because there's again a lot of people don't understand we look at individuals like yourself, or like, you know, even me or other people who do music, or, you know, influencers, or whatever whoever you want to put in that category of like publicity, if they're in the public eye. Yeah. They think that they have it all, they're confident. Nah, man, there's a lot of fucking battles, man, that are not getting taught. You know, there are times, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be in fucking like tears. I'm like, damn, what the fuck am I doing, man? Am I even worthy? Like, am I worthy to do this shit that I'm doing right now? Am I giving any value to the world? And see, my head, my ADHD going everywhere. My ADHD going, but yeah, you know, it's just people, and again going back to just say this, because people then are like, wow, like I'm not alone, even at those higher echelons of, you know, people who think you may think they have everything. You know, if anything, they may have it worse than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We never know what battles people are going through, man. And I wish more people would.
That's what I'm trying to bring back to like the music scene and music community is like, yeah, we see like the people like the famous artists or like the well-known artists that's getting all the attention or whatever, but you don't know like what they really be going through in their real life. You know what I'm saying? They could really be like going crazy in the inside or some shit like.
Facts. So, you know what I mean? Look at, Mac, other artists who overdose, because it's just so much pressure too,
Who's that dude from Euphoria or some shit that just passed? I forgot.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never watched the show. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
even watch the
familiar.
show.
Oh, okay,
yet, to be honest.
Yeah,
I just seen it like on the news or whatever. They was like, oh, his mom found him like where he usually like does his stuff at or whatever. Like, and he just was like on the table laid out. Like,
damn.
I don't know. That shit's just.
And that's what I mean. Sending my condolences to his mom and family, man. Because to see your own, man, I can't even think about that. If I were to see my own child, that, you know what I mean. That's the last thing you think about, man. Your child dying before you, like, come on, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Like,
and I'm hoping that this past couple of years, people are starting to open up more and like understanding and reaching a handout. Be like, hey, like you aren't alone. And you know what I mean. I want to actually say, man, it's funny that not funny and like, but it's the coincidence is because I've been going to Bible study for the past 3 months, man, and because growing up, I was grown Catholic, but I think when you because like you hit the nail on the head when you're like, I grew up Catholic, but it's like in the back of my head, I didn't take it seriously, and that's the same thing because I think like as we're kids, we don't take it serious because like our parents, what I mean, we try to be rebellious, and and I was like, why not? Instead of having other people's perspective on it, why not me actually do the research and due diligence and see it for myself? And, ever since I've only seen benefits in my life and the people around me, oh shit, fuck you, phone, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I got alarms and shit.
No,
but,
you good.
And that's the thing I realized too. A lot of people are disconnected from God. It doesn't have to be God to, Christianity.
Whatever they believe in.
Yeah.
Whoever is your God. I mean, my God, I know who my God is, but whoever, you know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. Like,
And like, I want to actually go back because looking back on your obstacles and challenges, what one comes to mind that you've grown the most from? That you're like, look back, you're like, wow, like I'm glad I'm happy I went through that struggle.
I feel like all the struggles like that I went through is a good struggle that I went through, but I mean, I've been locked up, all kind of shit, bro. Just
really,
yeah.
How was that experience? If you don't mind digging, how was that like experience? Like,
yeah. So like going back to the story, how I was telling you, I went to LA or whatever, and
I know, my ADHD hopping everywhere. Yeah, oh, damn. See, that's the thing I gotta learn too is keeping track. Yeah,
I be everywhere. Like my mom be everywhere, but when I went to LA. I was going there just off the strength, a dream, I had a laptop, just going with my friends, like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this shit work or whatever, but realizing that, you can't just trust anybody or like bounce off of anybody's energy or whatever, which is true, but at the same time, you gotta have a plan basically. But I fucked around and I wasn't in the right headspace and let drugs get to me and stuff like that, and caught a crazy charge, like GTA type shit. Like,
wait, really? Oh, so you were ripping people out of cars like, give me your gun.
Yeah, like dumb shit, like, bro. But I don't condone the violence anymore. That's not cool. Like, none of that shit is cool.
Yeah,
bro.
You're a square if you condone violence. You fucking square. You fucking squares.
Yeah, but yeah, I literally was only out there. That was like maybe like, my first time in LA. Yeah. I was only out there for like about a week and a half, I would say.
Damn, a lot happened in a week.
Yeah, and it's just boom. But I was already doing that type of stuff out here before I left, you know what I'm saying? But the drugs and all that type of the scene is way different in LA. Like, don't just go to LA thinking that you're gonna just go and have fun and party. Like, the parties be 10 times as crazy. Like, I wouldn't even say 10 times. It's just more than 10 times crazy.
Oh,
like,
damn.
And I was at like the before No Jumper was like kind of like lame now. It was like on some shit and stuff like that.
The podcast, right? No Jumper.
Well, yeah, the podcast,
okay,
No Jumper, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was at one of those before I caught the charge or whatever. Like before this shit happened, like I was on some shit, like when they had the little raves and stuff at in LA, downtown LA at the warehouse. I don't know what people know about, like people that know, they're gonna know. But I was there. Tracy had just performed, and I'm leaving. I was telling Raven, bro, I gotta leave. I'm telling him that shit is something going on with me. Like I'm not thinking right. You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole Uber somewhere else, and I was like, fuck it, I'm about to go back to VA. Like I'm about to leave because my mind won't right. I'm not thinking right and shit.
Wow.
And that's when it happened. Just in the spite of the moment, like I just did some dumb shit. Just
damn.
Yeah.
So it was like the revelation, like in that moment, the revelation, like I need to get out of this situation. And
Yeah,
boom,
like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back home type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of opting out of this whole situation, which was kind of weak as a person, but is what I really should have done. But I should have just kept going with what I was doing. Okay, like if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. But like I said, the mind is so powerful, bro. If you can't have like control of your mind and the stuff that you're doing and doing it responsibly, you can end up in a situation you would never think you would do. So like I'm looking back at life like, yo, it's like I'm here. I'm just thankful to be here. It was a life experience. You know, I'm thankful to be here.
It's a great mentality to have, man. I want to ask though, because you said you don't know where where do you think you would be though now if you were to stay there and continue? You know what I'm saying? Like to be around that same influence. Like where do you think you would be?
I would definitely be like further in my music career.
Really?
But like the thing is, I was good out there. Like I just wasn't taking the doors that was opening for me. Like I wasn't accepting it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like kind of like bouncing off that. I'm trying to do everything myself. I'm just relying on drugs. I'm relying on substances, and I'm not in the right headspace. There was people out there that was trying to help me, but I just wasn't trying to like receive that help or like, you know what I mean? And I just wasn't in the right mind space to receive it, you know?
Yeah. I agree, and I'm on the same boat, and that's something I'm learning too now. I'm not gonna lie, is God does throw opportunities at you. Yeah, you don't think you're like, oh, I don't know if I can, but then you're like, this can upgrade. But looking at like, damn, see, fuck, my, I had like a question, and I'm like, shit. Oh God, of course I fucked it up. God damn it. Yeah, fuck that. Whatever. It'll come back to me now. Wait. Maybe if I wait a second.
Girl had to take a little pause. Like,
and that's the thing too. I'm learning too is silence isn't bad. Yeah, it shows that you're taking time to think. Yeah. And utilize that stuff. And that's what it was. Yeah, see? Told you. Boom. The solo mentality of thinking you could do everything yourself.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to be like, to accept help from other people, and we're not alone in this, you know what I mean? This world, we're just all in this together.
But it's just, I feel like, again, as creators, we always think like, oh, I could do this myself. I don't need anyone's help. But it's like, nah, this life is about building community.
Exactly. Before I just didn't see it as that. Like I just felt like I was like less as a person if I like let anybody help me or like show me the way, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I know we talked about outside the podcast, but your experience of being a father, like how, tell me about that, man. I would like to,
it's
just
deep, bro. It's like I'm learning so much about myself, and it's like it's a beautiful thing. Like that's like the most precious thing to me is my daughters, and I love my Genesis, I love my Serenity, and I have another daughter on the way, and her name's Millennia.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
Thank you. And it's an amazing feeling, bro. Like I have something to come home to, and like it just, words can't describe it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When people say that words can't describe the feeling, you know what I'm saying? You cannot put a price on that, bro. You can't put a price on it. You know what I'm saying? It's the best feeling in the world. I mean, to me personally, some people, honestly, shouldn't be moms or dads or step into that realm, because you got to be in the right mindset, bro. You got to like really know who you are, or you're going to figure out who you are through your child. Like your child is going to show you who you are, man. It's a learning experience. Like my kids be showing me to this day, like a learning experience, bro. They be teaching me about myself almost every day. I learn something new about them, and I learn something new about myself.
And it's amazing. Like you said, it's amazing because you literally just see a mini you. You're just like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
And that's the thing. I feel like a lot going back to like relationships and stuff like that too. People don't want to commit to something like that now because again, it's not promoted. But I think it's one of the most. I'm single right now, but I would love to have a child one day. I would love to have a family, like you said, to come back home to and know that like I'm missed just you know for being me. You know,
you will if you really want that, and God sees that's in your heart, bro. Like you will get that.
And what is it that I want? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You know, I just feel like I'm at that journey right now where again going back to self-love and self-confidence. Like I need to work on myself, and that's why I've been half marathon. I've been like trying to like push myself physically and mentally and but for that right one. But God, I guess God will. He's doing his part. I'm just a part of the picture.
Yeah,
that's why I always remember. I'm just a part of the picture. He's gonna use me, and I can only.
You can only do so much.
Exactly, exactly. And I want to ask, like, as like, what is it that you learned, like, throughout the process of being a father that, like, that you learned about yourself? You're like, oh, like, did you think before, like, when you had your first, for Genesis, right? Is your first?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you like. What were your thoughts when you found that out when you were going to become a father? Like, were you nervous? Like, were you excited? Like, what were your emotions? Like, because a lot of people, I've had people that they're like, oh shit, like I don't want, they're not for it. But then they change, of course, once you see your little precious bean. You're like, hey, what's up, little bean? What's up? Like, what were like? And then looking at now your third daughter coming in, into your life, like how much has your mindset changed from beginning to now? Like,
yeah, it's changed a lot. Like. Yeah. Like I said, I've been on this journey. Like I've been like a year and a half sober. So like when I had my first daughter, like I wasn't sober and I was still thinking that it's okay. Like, okay, I can still do this and I'm drinking or whatever. Like I had a hard time like putting drinking down, but like.
Yeah, dude, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, seriously. I had a hard time putting that shit down. Like,
no, I'm proud of you, fam.
I would just be fucked up all day. Like, morning to night. Morning until the night. And when I wake up, it's the same thing, repeat every day. But back to your question, I just learned so much, bro, about myself. Like I'm coming into my own self. I feel like I didn't get to grow up. Like when I was younger, I didn't get to like fully enjoy life for what it is because I'm always just getting fucked up and like living for the moment. But now I'm like still living for the moment because still we have to live in the present and appreciate what we have. But, just appreciating, like, who you are and what you stand for, stuff like that. And it's not a bad thing to show your feelings and emotions. I feel like my father, like, always never really showed his emotion or, like, never showed me when he's, like, sad or, like, going through something or even my mom kind of, like, But as men, I feel like we're always, like, acting like we're tough or like we're big and bad, but like, bro, we don't have to be like that. I feel like that's what I'm learning is like we don't have to be all like big and bad or put on this like thing that, what I'm saying? Sometimes I'd be crying in front of my daughter, like I'd be like, I love you so much, like, you don't know what's going on right now, but I want to show you that like I'm just like you, I'm no different, you know what I'm saying? Like I cry just like you cry. I shit just like you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I ain't different. Yeah.
I'm no different. We're all human. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're just in this experience together, bro. We're all together in this. That's what I'm trying to bring back to the music scene, bro. We all together in this. Just want to bring love to the community. That's all.
And kudos to that, man, because that's what needs to get promoted now more than ever. And it's a harder battle more than ever. Yeah. Even with social media, it's, there's manipulation, there's censorship, there's, algorithms, whatever it may be. But, of course, if you continue doing your work, it's going to come up soon. It's going to pop up sooner or later. But it's, and it's the beauty, too, man. It's like to show, weakness. It's to show that you're human, because, I don't know about, it's funny because my mom and my dad, they laugh at me and like, just us, like my sisters and stuff. Cause it's like my vava and my vavu, obviously their parents, they always say, I love you to us, but they never, ever say, I love you to their kids. And I'm like, why, why was that? And I think it's just the mentality back then. They show by action, you know, by showing that like, hey, I'm busting my ass to keep a roof over your head, food in your mouth. Yeah. But like now we're being more open to having the conversation. Because, you know, nowadays, you know what I mean? Even myself, I'm not going to lie. There was times like every time I had the conversation with my dad, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm pathetic. He's like, man, you never, he's like, since I cut that fucking umbilical cord, I was never disappointed. I was always proud. You know what I mean? To like, just to say it, it just makes such a difference, you know?
Yeah, sometimes we got to hear it like from the parent, you know, it's better to hear it from the parent than like your child end up growing up and wanting gratification through other things. And that's why I feel like some women do like the OnlyFans or do music in general. You got to find out why you're doing certain things you do. Like, that's why I stepped back from certain shit and I had to like realize why I'm doing things. I'm like, okay.
And let me ask you actually, so why is it you are doing music? Like what?
It's like an outlet, you know? It's just an outlet. It's like therapeutic. Like when I'm on the microphone and I'm like, when you first turn on this microphone and I heard my voice, it's like it triggered like a something in my brain, because like I'm so used to like when I record, I put on the monitoring and like I just turn on the beat and I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna, and then I try to figure out okay what I'm gonna say on the beat, and it's just like therapeutic, bro. It's like therapy for me, you know. Sometimes I don't even want to drop the music. I just listen to all my music and stuff. Is like beautiful to me. Like see how far I came and shit like that. I was also gonna ask you. I'm like, this is random, but it's no. So you asked me, but I was like, so what do your parents think of you like doing the podcast? Like, what is like? Do they think you're like? Is it like weird or is like?
My family. Again, I'm blessed. Shout out to my family who are watching. I'm blessed.
Shout out to his family, because he like when
and shout out to your family too. Shout out to your family.
Like this guy's amazing. Like this is the first time I'm meeting this person. It's like amazing.
No, thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. And that's the self-confidence thing, man. Because you know I used to not be dude. If you met me literally 3 years ago before I started this, I was not as social as I am or articulate with like my thoughts, and you know what I mean. I was like, like I'll stop
That's
smoking.
how I feel like I am. I gotta speak.
Really?
Up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the way our energy. We're just able to be ourselves, but it is you learn every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, they're very supportive, man. You know, God bless. You know, I think it's because my dad came from Africa too, and then my mom's first generation American. So it's like I feel like that kind of like goes into like, oh, you're going after your dreams, like oh, fucking good for you. I don't know. Maybe it's just, again, I'm blessed to have a good family, man. They're just very supportive, man. Whenever I needed help or any way, like there's like, hey, and actually my goal, I did have my mom on the podcast, but it wasn't like this where it was like there was no official studio. It's just like out, like we're just chilling in my house. Like it's not crazy. Because I rented a studio at my friend's house. Shout out to Ever Changing Vibe podcast up there. I use his studio and stuff while I'm up there, and like I thought, oh, I'll have my mom on there, but it's just like I can feel her energy. She wasn't as comfortable as so I'm not even released. I've had that episode for like 2 months now. I'm like, I'm not even going to release it just because
it just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right, and I know she wasn't her full self like when me and her just sit down and talk. So the next time I go up, I'm gonna just have it where we're sitting like this in her house, and we're just gonna be ourselves, and not have that less stress, because I feel like in the professional environment, that's what kind of gets people like fuck. And that's why I like doing this too, is like outside, or I'll travel to you. That's why I was like, oh, you want me to go to you? Because it just gets people comfortable. And then like I'm very fluid in a sense of like I can adjust to any environment. Like I'm like, all right, cool, like I can blend in with any vibe I go, so like I don't mind traveling. But yeah, and that's something I'm gonna have my dad on the podcast too when I go up too, because I think moments like this too, it gives me an opportunity to really ask those deep questions, like, hey, like, what am I a good son to you? You know what I mean? It's just like, kind of like a personal struggle, self-confident shit. But what I mean? But just to answer your question, they support me, all of them. Like literally, there's one time 4th of July, I brought my setup and we had, what's up, squirrel?
Oh shit!
Yo, yeah, get out of here. There ain't no peanuts here, punk. Yeah, get out of here. No, yeah, they just been I had my setup and all the microphones, all the family was coming up on the, what I mean? It's just, like I said, man, I'm blessed to just have a good family, and that's definitely helped me out in my outlook on life and who I am today, I feel like if you were to meet my parents or anyone else, you would have that same energy of like comfortability and like being yourself, well, like, but like, let me ask you, Chico, like, what's your future? Like, what are your next moves for, your music? Do you have any projects happening or anything you want?
Yeah. I got an album on the way. I've been working on this like for a really long time. It's called No Signal. And I just want this one album to be like very, very, very special. And it's just, I've been working on it like it's like a little baby to me. Like I've been developing like new sounds, and that's where like Skyfall, that song kind of came into play, because everybody's so used to me like just trap rap flows and like the normal type shit. I'm just trying to expand out of that like light, expand out of that like realm kind of, and show people that I can do different sounds and rap about things or make music. Let's say make music, not rap, because I make music, I don't rap. I don't know. Rapping sounds just weird.
Like rapping, like almost sounds like rapping gifts. Yeah, I'm a pro rapper.
Yeah, like it just sounds. It just sounds weird. But I make music and create art. I don't know. Rapper just sounds. It's like what's he doing?
Yeah, it just. I feel like it sounds just very confined. Like very like you're cornering yourself. Like this is all I do is rap. Exactly. Like no disrespect to rap. You know what I mean? It's just like I feel like just the title. I feel like it almost kind of just puts you in a box, like, all right, you're not going to expand to anything else in music. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like music, a musician is a better term, because, you can switch it up, like, any time, like, Lil Wayne, he did fucking rock, all this other shit, so it's, but with this, with the No Signal, like, what's the message that you're focused, like, are you telling a story, like, what's the story you're telling through it?
Yeah, I'm telling this story, basically just my journey, like, that I've been on, like, me chasing what I was chasing and all the things that I'm going through to get where I was going. And now I'm just like realizing like, okay, now I got to put it in the terms so it's understandable. Like before, like I was telling you, none of it really made sense. Now I'm making it make sense. And No Signal on the way. It's been a process with this one, just putting it together, because it's more emotional, and I'm getting like kind of personal on it and really speaking about what's going on in my life and how I really feel. Before, I'm just saying things on the microphone and none of it really mattered to me, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna put it out, whatever. But now it's like I'm putting like my feelings, and I'm being vulnerable and showing people like what I'm really got going on inside of me. It's a vulnerable thing, being
vulnerably strong.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, we're so defensive on releasing who we, again, going back to our conversation earlier, just like what we're going through and stuff like that, because we could be depicted as weak, or,
Yeah.
It's just, man, we all go through some fucking challenges, man. We all have times where we're weak, but it doesn't make us weak individuals. It makes us, human. We all go through that shit, man. And I'm happy to hear that, man. I can't wait to listen to it, man. And Rome wasn't built to the day, so it's great that there's I feel like a lot of rappers, like you said, they just fucking make something or just throw it out there right away. Like, fuck it, like you said, bitches, money, blah 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 blah. And it's like when you actually have a meaning and a story to it, man, it touches a lot of people, and that's when you get your real, like, genuine supporters who are like, damn, I want to back this guy and see his dreams come true, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm just doing now until it release. I'm just building up. Like, I'll drop singles and videos here and there. You'll see singles dropping out and videos dropping out, and until then I'm holding on to this, because I want it to be like just how I want it to be, like seen. Like I want it to be perfect, kind of, in a way.
Hell yeah. Don't try to make it too perfect. I know how we artists are. We try to make it too perfect. But,
facts.
And I feel like it's hard too, because I do drawing and stuff on the side as well, and sometimes you like look at whether it be your music or art, you're just like, oh, I gotta add this, and you don't know when to stop. Like when
that's how I am right now. Like it's like it's pretty much already finished, but I'm kind of like, okay, it maybe needs like one other song it's missing, or like let me mix this song a little bit differently, or take this part off and let me redo this part type thing. It's pretty much already done, like kind of already been done.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait, man. I'm excited to hear it. I was gonna say we did reach our we're getting to the end of the episode, Chico, and I wanted to say, man, thank you so much for your time, man. It's just getting to know you, man. Seriously, you're a great individual, and dude, if you ever need any support, man, I can help. Just shoot me a text.
Thank you, bro.
Know? No, of course. And is there anything else you want to shout out to the audience? Maybe some words of wisdom or anything you want to? You can even tell a joke if you got a joke. Shit.
I just want to say, anybody listening to this, chase your dreams, and anything is possible. Like I said from the beginning, when people say that anything is possible, and follow your dreams, bro. Like real shit. Like follow your dreams. Anything is possible if you put in hard work and you just have a goal, have a vision. Anything is possible. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. Can't is not in the vocabulary. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much, Chiko, man.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate you. And guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I hope you guys do the best you can for yourselves and the people around you, because you know why? You fucking deserve it. And, please support my guests any way you can down in the description below. It will be there for y'all to, put your little earbuds in and listen to some more bangers. But, everyone, this is Eli from the Spawncast, and peace.